You know, had a good rant for a little while, a good little letting loose of the opinion that most people won't like kind of thing for a little bit. And I think right about now is going to be the time I do just that. You see, they have the show. Many may have heard about it. Some may not have, the Acolyte coming out. And of course, Disney is just trying so hard to get out in front of the criticisms that this show that hasn't even come out yet is already getting, and is most definitely going to be getting when it does release. Just like Doctor Who tried to do so with shitty Godwall. And of course, that worked out in such great fashion for them, didn't it? By losing an average of, 200,000 to 300,000 viewers per episode. Yeah, sure, that's going real good for them now, isn't it? But let's see. First, we're going to go off here and see here. Kathleen Kennedy discusses challenges women faced with toxic male fandom in Star Wars. It's terrifying. Well, let's just jump on down here and see what this nitwit said, okay? I think a lot of women who step into Star Wars struggle with toxic fandom attacks. Fucking hell. A bit more, really, because of the fan base being so male-dominated. Yes, male-dominated, because Star Wars is a men's space. Particularly goes towards men and young boys. They sometimes get attacked in ways that can be quite personal. Operating within these giant franchises now with social media and the level of expectation. What level? What level of expectation, Kathleen Kennedy? The one where we expect you to, I don't know, do your best to honor the source material, not turn what we grew up enjoying, what some of us grew up loving, into a complete sham, into basically a billboard for your left-wing politics. It's too much to expect the franchise not to be stuffed full of intersectional feminism, because that's exactly what's happening to the franchises that men and young boys grew up with loving. That would be, is there an intersectional maleism? I don't know. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Maybe there's a word for it that I just don't know. Entirely possible. But we're going to go with intersectional manisms. So what if we did the intersectional manisms to all the young girl and women properties? What if we took over, I don't know, Barbie? What if men went into Barbie and we turned Barbie into things she wasn't? What if instead of being like the modern day Barbie now, where, Barbie has all sorts of jobs she can go do, she can be a nurse, she can be a veterinarian, she can be a pilot, she can be whatever a little girl's imagination takes her to make her be. What if we said, you can't do that anymore, little girl. Sorry, but we're going to do things the maleism way, and you can only have Barbie in the kitchen with your shoes off. Now go make me a sandwich. And then we turn Ken into Rambo in everything that every Barbie movie, because I'm sure there'll be another one at some point. Everything having to do with Barbie. I'm sure that would go over swimmingly well, wouldn't it? Just dashingly. So we have that. Okay, it's the men are going to attack us. We're already being attacked because we're in their space. Yeah, you're in our space. Get the fuck out. The majority of us don't have a problem with women in, quote unquote, the male space as far as being a fan of something. We're nerds. We want more people to be fans of these things. We don't want us to see it destroyed by, well, as I said before, left-wing ideology politics and intersectional feminism. The two main halves of the modern day, for lack of a better words, woke agenda. So of course, we don't want those women in our fandoms. No, we don't. Now, you happen to be a woman, a person of the actual female persuasion, and you saw Star Wars as a kid, like, I don't know, Anna, that Star Wars girl, something like that, and you love Star Wars, and you like it the way it was, don't want to make any changes to it, just want to be a fan of it, well, welcome aboard. We're glad to see you on the train, or plane, or whatever you want to call it. But let's see, what else are they pissing and moaning about here? Oh yes, of course, the Acolyte is confirmed to have a lesbian character, because why in the hell would you want to keep, I don't know, some type, to just not have messaging in a show about Star Wars? Of course not. No, we have to have it. We have to have it. It's got to be there. Our intersectional feminism and our left-wing ideology has to be there at all times. a fuck and that. The show is going to bomb. The only people that are going to probably end up watching this are a few that stumble upon it, and dumbasses like me who can't not watch Star Wars shit and watch it so they can possibly review it, but can't stand it so much that I can't watch it the second time to review it. I can barely make it through the first time. But nobody watches one of the reviews anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Okay, let's see what else. And then we got, of course, Leslie Headland. You remember the former assistant to dirtbag Harvey Weinstein, Stein, however you want to say his name. You know, the woman that literally sent actresses to that douchebag's hotel room, knowing full well exactly what was going to be happening every time they went up there. Knowing full well that they were going to either be pressured into doing things they did not want to do, or possibly not have a career. She is trash. And she hides behind her lesbianisms and all that other BS so that no one could throw mud at her, because if you throw the mud at her that she created herself, then you are, of course, an evil person. Yes, you are. But, well, she says here, Yoda's possible appearance in the Acolyte. Can you imagine? I'm not even going to entertain the idea that Yoda might be in this fucking show. But here we have Leslie Headland declares people opposed to wokeness are not Star Wars fans. Really? People like myself who grew up with Star Wars and have very much enjoyed and loved it their entire lives. Yeah, we're not the fans. But people like yourself, who have never spoke on it at all, and when somebody asked you which one was your favorite, your dumbass said, all of them. No Star Wars fan says all of them. That tells us right away, you're a fake, you're full of shit, and you're a fucking poser. It tells all of us that your Brock Lesnar-looking ass doesn't actually care about the franchises you touch. And while I'm at the not caring about the franchises you touch, let's go back here real quick to Kathleen Kennedy, because I'm not done ranting about this old binty bitch, okay? I'm just not. Give me just a few more moments to remind you that nothing this woman has touched in any way, shape, or form was successful with her at the helm. Nothing. Everything that has been done that is successful with her name on it, she was literally grabbing at the belt loops of a man being towed around. That's it. She was a glorified coffee getter. That for some reason, Lucas went, you know what, she's pretty good at getting me that coffee. And that one time, she suggested that one thing that we didn't use, but I thought it was kind of a cool suggestion. I mean, it wasn't good enough for me to use it, but I mean, if it was going to be in a high school play, maybe it would have been okay. So remember, it's George Lucas's fault that Kathleen Kennedy is in the position she's in. He's the one who picked her. Anyway, I think I'm done ranting now. So, as usual, if you would do me the giant favor of hitting those like, subscribe, and share buttons, you know, share it with people you like, share it with people you hate, share it with thine enemies, share it with thine friends, whatever works for you. Leave a comment below. Do you think I'm wrong about all this? Do you think I'm at least in the ballpark? Sometimes I can't tell. Anyway, as usual, have yourselves a great, wonderful, and as always, prosperous day. Bye-bye.